Hello Commanders, welcome to the command table. I am Mathramar and we are continuing with our journey walkthrough. We're going to do battles 391 through 395 in this video, and that's in the Whispering Ruins. If you like what you see here, please do like, subscribe, and if you want notifications when I drop new videos, be sure to hit that notification bell. Also, if you have any questions or comments, please feel free to leave those below. Alright, let's dive right into 391. Now I want to say thank you to Stuvan. I'm not sure if that's how he pronounces it, but he's a recent addition to the command table and he's rocking it. He just took down 2 SR-12 bosses, which was a big leap, so good for you, dude. Welcome to the team. He provided this setup for me. I was just getting back at it and I was struggling with this one, and he was actually at the exact same point. He's gone way past me now, but he was able to help me with this one before he moved on. So this is what we've got going here. His build had an Arcane Archer, I think, down on the bottom, but I've put all 3 of them up at the top. And even though Empowered Plague is available, you're unable to equip it on a Untamed Beast that is below level 8. So I just have Berserk on him at the moment, and I don't think it matters much because the amount of time he's below 50% health is very minimal. We've got 2 assassins in the back, and they're designed to take out the 2 Blessed Bomb Bots and then to split up and down and clear out the rest of these Plague Throwers, and that's key to this particular solution. The Untamed Beast, with the help of the Valkyrie, is going to be able to hold everything off for a very long time until these Arcane Archers are going to shred everything during Frenzy. So the only real threat to that was the Plague Throwers, and if they got resurrected by the Blessed Bomb Bot. So we just wanted to resolve all of that. Anything else is a bonus for the Assassins, but pretty straightforward. We're just buying time. So let's go ahead and let it run. Okay, Assassins, they clear out all of the Blessed Bombats and Bombots and all of the Plague Throwers. And now we just have to kind of bide our time until the Frenzy hits. And then it's going to get a little tight. So if you do have troubles with this, you may just have to run it maybe 2, 3, 4 times. But this is a viable solution. You just have to get it to where you don't lose all of your Arcane Archers in the end. And it will depend on what Power Stones are available. If you don't have the Reach Power Stone, because you'll notice I've only got Reach on one of them, and that's the one that's further back. The other 2 don't have Reach, and they're about to get pounded. So that may cause problems in eras where there is no Reach. But there goes. Problem solved. Okay, moving on, we're going to 392. Okay, so this one, I want you to pay special attention to this one little group of Risen Warriors back here. Because, there's a huge mess of units right here, but only about half of it is probably going to move. The other half are a bunch of healing units. So you've got 3 Valkyries, a couple of Druids, 3 Druids. So you've got that's 2, 4, 6, 9 points of healing units that are going to be resolved by that. Well, I think almost all of it's going to be resolved by that one group of Risen Warriors. The Thorn Guards attached to these Draining Spirits, that's going to be the gravity point that's going to suck all these melee units in and just kind of churn them through that meat grinder. I've got 2 Freezing Traps because that's a lot of dudes. If I get down to that 1 Thorn Guard, which I will very quickly, that's going to be supported by the 2 Valkyries, then those that can be taken out by all these units if they're all active. That's why when they wrap around and hit that Freezing Trap, it's going to incapacitate the bulk of them and allow that Thorn Guard to keep on trucking. I've got an Arcane Archer here just as a contingency plan for towards the end. Those don't always work very well with Righteous Defenders because they're very quick and there's a lot of them. But it does turn out pretty well here. But do pay attention to those Risen Warriors. We're looking right up here. They're going to come over and just clear through all of the healing units. Okay, so there goes our meat grinder. We only need 1 Thorn Guard to stay alive. And now everything else is getting whittled down by beating themselves to death on the Thorn Guard, which is barely clinging on for dear life. Make sure you've got good power stones on there. Okay, and then there goes the last of the healing units. Oh, there's one druid left. Kind of camping in there. There it goes. So yeah, that one risen warrior took out like 9 army points on the other side. So way to go, dude. All right, 393. Okay, so this one I made a note that you might want to move one of your arcane archers up here. And you'll see why in just a moment. The theory behind this one, let's cover what we're up against here. We've got 4 cannoneers, we've got 4 molten armors, an ancient tree, a phoenix, and an earth elemental. So a lot of resistances built into that front line, both freeze and burn immune, as well as plague for the molten armors. The phoenix could be plagued, but it'll just die and come back. So a lot of resistance to everything except for mind control. The earth elemental is immune, but all these other frontline units are not. So what's going to happen, this draining spirit, it's close enough to get tagged onto that, so it's just going to do consistent damage as time goes on. But this first molten armor is going to tag the mind shroom, and that's going to become the point of gravity for everything else here to kind of get sucked in to that channel of mind shrooms. So even though it'll wear off, they'll just keep running into these, and it'll just slow them down so greatly that it'll get me all the time I need to get to frenzy mode. The 2 groups of assassins, they're kind of starting, one at the bottom to start working its way up through the cannoneers. The other one is designed to be just above this ancient tree, to where it'll attack the ancient tree first and then turn onto that cannoneer once it starts walking by and the tree is dead. So I'm not terribly concerned about the tree because I've got a ton of ranged units. I probably should have been more concerned about the cannoneer, and you'll see why. Just keep your eye on this guy right here. So let's go ahead and let it run. All right, assassins start doing their job. Oh, maybe I did go after the cannoneers. I thought, oh, the first few times I did this, it was going after the tree first. But you'll notice I did not get that last cannoneer, and that's about to become a bit of a problem. And again, you can solve that by either moving one or both of your arcane archers. Poof, there they go. You can move one or both of them up to the top and you'll be all right. Okay, so now the phoenix just kind of keeps tanking for me. Takes out the cannoneer, and now we're just down to a bunch of earth elemental bits. Game over. All right, 394. Let's see what we're up against here. Ah, yes, the zombie lord. So this one was a little funky. First thing I noticed there is 0 range on this side. It's all melee units. So that kind of made it a little easier to make the decision for how to set it up. Also, the only debuff on this side that they could apply to me is plague. So I took a tank that's immune to plague that can be healed, which is the earth elemental, and I've tagged it onto a druid and a Valkyrie, which are very difficult to see, but they're there. So I've got the wall here to kind of delay the phoenix kind of running up into the thick of things. It's going to make a little jog partway through the battle and finally get in there, but I didn't want it to get right up into the thick of it because then it just dies and it's down for most of the time anyway. So I wanted it back just so that it would be able to attack at a range when everything else was kind of bunched up here, and that wall is just going to keep everything from getting to the druid and the Valkyrie. So, and 2 draining spirits just to do consistent damage throughout the battle. All right, so here goes. Draining spirits have units close enough so they don't disappear. They start working on things like thorn guards, brutes. Now the phoenix is going to start working its way down because there's units that are kind of at a different angle for it to get to that are closer, and it keeps everything from getting too close to that wall. And it's just really a matter of time at this point. The earth elemental is going to pop once frenzy hits, but there's going to be plenty of little earth elemental spawns to hold everything off, and then that phoenix is just going to shred everything to bits, and those draining spirits as well. So there we go. Giant zombie army taken down by a little bit of delay. Okay, 395. Let's do that one. Okay, this one was fun. So we have a ton of regular archers and a bunch of arcane archers. Then we've got some arcane blades that are going to work their way through, and some of them are going to get stuck in the archers when they stop. We've got 4 groups of shield bearers, 2 druids, and 2 earth elementals. So the problems I had with this was that no matter what I put up front, it would just get shredded by all those archers. So I thought, well, okay, we can solve that problem with my level 5 monster hunter. We're up against a whole army of level 12s. But that monster hunter takes 0 damage from all of these regular archers. And that's a lot of archers, 8 units worth. That's definitely going to shred whatever you've got up front. So we just solved that problem by using the monster hunter as our tank. We've got 2 Valkyries there to keep it going. And there's, this whole melee group is just going to converge on that monster hunter, and he's just going to sit there shredding away for ages because he's so low level. But he'll get there. These Risen Warriors are set up in such a way that they'll be able to take out the arcane archers, and they're the biggest problem for this current setup because depending on how they push the monster hunter around, that'll change where the arcane archers shoot, and they may clip your Valkyries and take them out. You'll notice that a couple of these archers get taken out right away, which you may decide to realign some of those archers. I don't know if you might be able to move those Risen Warriors up to move those archers out of the way. So let's go ahead and let it run. Okay, so a couple archers get taken out, but that's okay. Now the Risen Warriors are going to pop, clear out those arcane archers. And now I've just got to survive long enough to kill all that melee, hopefully before the frenzy hits. Because they would take down my monster hunter very quickly. But we get the vast majority of them down. Might even been better to have used Ember Fiend instead of the 2 groups of archers. It might have burned through all those melee units faster. But here the archers actually do better than an Ember Fiend on the Earth Elementals because the Earth Elementals are immune to fire. So I lose most of my units, but at this point it's game over because my Monster Hunter's immune to whatever's left. So he's just gonna cruise on through, doot-to-do. So there it is, Battle 395. We've got the next 5 battles ready to post as well, so we'll get to those very soon. But thank you for watching. Appreciate you supporting the channel. Again, please do like and subscribe. And check out thecommandtable.com where we have tutorials, raid strats, and in the near future we'll have some merch and a comic strip for you. So thank you for watching, and we will see you soon.